Broadcast later this week on Saturday, and we'll make sure that we let people know when that's going to be. The debate is sponsored by the Petoskey High School Student Council, and students and teachers have submitted the questions. As moderator, I will try and make the candidates answer the questions. Try. I also reserve the right to follow up a question to clarify a candidate's position. As members of the audience, I ask you to hold any and all applause until the end of the debate, which should be in just about an hour from now. Our two candidates are Mayor Dale Meyer and challenger and former Mayor Ted Paul. Dale, you get the chance. We're going to open up with a 4-minute introduction from the candidates, a 2-minute response for each, and then a minute optional for rebuttal if they want. So Dale, you have 4 minutes to talk about yourself and Mayor of Petoskey.
Okay, well, thank you, Bob, and I just want to extend a thank you to not only setting this up, but also the McDonald Broadcasting Company for putting us on the radio. In addition to that, of course, the school administration's been helpful at pursuing this debate, as well as the student council, and of course, spearheaded by Ms. Cathcart right down here. And lastly, the audience that has taken time out of their schedule to participate and come into this meeting. Of course, we have Principal Snyder in the back room there also overseeing the project. So, you know, I've been mayor 3 years, and, you know, as mayor, I've spent a lot of time promoting our community. We live in a wonderful community. We have a great school system. And, you know, the programs that we have in our schools, whether it's the band, I mean, we went to Jennison last week, the band program represents a third of our population up here. The great academics, the state merits that we've gotten out of the school, the scholarships, you know, when they print the page of the graduates, you know, there's a couple of pages of students that get scholarships, the athletics, the football team, the basketball program, soccer, you name all of them. The vocational education program that we have in the school. You know, all of those are at state levels, above state levels, and we certainly are proud of all of you as well as proud of our community. You know, over the years, I'm a Petoskey born and raised boy. My dad graduated from Petoskey High School. My 3 brothers and myself all graduated from Petoskey High School, as well as all of our kids. And for that, we got a little heritage in this community. You know, with great schools, we also have a great community that supports the school system. And the growth and development of our young people, you folks, are all dependent on providing that great education. You know, we have a lot of businesses in our community that support you folks, contributions to all the fundraisers. And, you know, with that, we develop an additional, better program. But behind all of that, and you're wondering how I'm going to get to this, is the fact that we have a city government that also supports, you know, our schools and our residents of our community. And that allows us really to excel in all aspects of our life. You know, we've got a lot of recreational activities that we work in conjunction with our school systems. When you look at the tennis courts, when you look at the gyms, some are owned by the school, some are owned by the city. You know, some of them are managed by the school, some by the city. We've got Little League fields up at the college. And so all of those work in a cohesive group to provide recreational needs for our community. The basis for all of this is the volunteers in the community. The volunteers that step up, that work in the support groups. And you know, when you look at volunteers, sometimes you overlook those people in elected positions like the school board, for instance. Those people are not paid to do that. They take time out of their lives to go make a better community for you folks, as well as for ourselves. You know, the band boosters, the sports boosters, you know, the VICA supporters, and not last but not least is the parents that put in their time. I spent a lot of years running the concession stand at football games and basketball games, raising funds so we can provide for better programs for you. The city programs that we get involved in are numerous. We have, you know, library commissions and downtown commissions, and I think as we get through the questions, we'll try to get onto those volunteers and see how they contribute to our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Ted Ball speaking now, and I too would like to thank the Petoskey High School Student Council, certainly Kat Cartwright, the senior class president, and Matt Tam, faculty advisor, who's helped out to make this event happen. I entered the race for mayor of Petoskey because I'd like to give the citizens of Petoskey a choice for their leadership. I think there's many positive things we have going for us and many positive things we can work on going forward. I do differ with the current mayor on some of the direction and approach to key issues before the city. And I'd like to just talk about some of these issues today. One issue that's very important to me has been youth issues. In 2005, when I was mayor, I formed the Mayor's Youth Council. That council was modeled after youth councils in various cities around the state, which have been very successful. I investigated the councils, I wrote the legislation. I received a commendation from Senator Jason Allen for doing that. I think it was a very positive thing to do. The input was great from the kids who were in it. Unfortunately, that has fallen by the wayside, and I really would like to see that reestablished to get the youth more involved in government and interested in the issues before the city. I do favor open discussion about some of the concerns about the Department of Public Safety in the community. There's certainly probably questions about procedures and policies. I think with discussion we will get more on the same page, make the people understand, get the people to understand what the department's doing, what its goals are, what its policies and procedures are. I think we can talk about the complaint process, which I'm not sure people are totally happy about. We can talk about it. Is it adequate? Is it, can it be improved? I would like to also really do what is ever necessary to make the public confident and comfortable with the department. Certainly oversight boards have been formed in other communities. And here's what some department administrators have reported about these, and these are police officers. It improves the relationship and image with the community. It strengthened the quality of the department's internal investigations and reassured the public that the process is thorough and fair. It has made valuable policy and procedure recommendations. So I think only positive things can come out of talking about some of these issues. I previously had, when I was mayor in 2005, instituted advertising openings for boards and commissions. I think that's very important. Every citizen of Petoskey should know when openings are there and should be able to apply. I think that's done in several other communities, probably most communities around the state. I very much do support initiatives to form a local historic district in our downtown. That has been mentioned by consultants 12 years ago is something that needed to be in a one-year action plan for the city. It's something that is described as the best tool for economic enhancement and historic preservation for our town. I think it's something that's long overdue. The current mayor hasn't acted on that, and I really would like to do that. I favor a much more expanded budget discussion in the city. I believe the process is too short in what council has the time to look at the budget and has too little information to make informed decisions. Very important for the city to have budget discussions that are adequate. And lastly, with Petoskey Point, I think we'll talk about it today. My approach is very different. It's very much talking with attorneys. I want to investigate the city developer agreement fully. I want to develop strategies to move forward in a thoughtful and diligent manner.